Joseph, the Benjamin Bedouin, here to continue to ask you to it's an appeal. And by next week, we're gonna need some real help. It's gonna be Abba Father's help according to the needs, which we have the gospel. And we're not going to shrink back on preaching the gospel, no matter what happens to us. If enough of you people on Substack ought to know by now, martial law is coming, internment camps for the homeless that they like to put me in and Dawid in because I'm a disabled. I've already talked to you about, I've even shown you proof of my disability about my leg, and I'll show it to you again. I'm not going to unwrap anything, but there it is. You can see right here, this little thing here. So I have a hard time walking right now. I got pain right here in my hip pointer right here, like right up in here. And I still believe it's healing, but it's not the way I want it. And the need for prayer and provisions is not going the way I want it either. That doesn't mean that Abba Father isn't going to do something better than what I wanted or my way. You see, things are going my way. In fact, as you're a believer, hardly anything is going to go your way. A believer in Messiah Yahusha, Christ of Nazareth, rarely is anything really ever truly going to go your way. It's not going to go the way you planned it. It's not going to go the way you want it. It's not going to go exactly how you mapped it out. Remember when Paul said to the Romans that he attempted to go to Asia? That he attempted to go to Asia? And Satan hindered him? Satan was allowed to hinder him. Oh, Satan's hindering us big time. I already wanted to be in Vegas preaching up a storm and warning these casino hounds of their damnation and ruin and destruction. You know, 1 Timothy chapter 6, verses 1 and 10, about not trusting in uncertain riches, for many have basically incurred eternal destruction and have pierced themselves through with many sorrows. People have pierced themselves through with many sorrows through the vaccine. They have pierced themselves through many sorrows with all the Freemason pledges and oaths that were made to the devil to get what you want. And what's going to happen with all you people with multi-million-dollar bank accounts, or even good-sized bank accounts of $500,000? Watch it maybe not leave the bank, but watch $500,000 mean nothing but a trifle of what it meant before. And when your dollar collapses, it ain't gonna mean nothing. That's why the value of putting your money where it counts into the kingdom, whether or not you contribute to a poor disabled preacher like me. That's towards State College. Oh, the opposite way. Yeah. Get on get on that side and go that way. Yep. Yeah, we go through that path all the time. We go through that way all the time. So you get over there to that caddy corner over there and take it over that way. Yep. Anyway, blessings to you. We're always trying to help people, so or else our ministry ain't worth a darn if I can't interrupt a little footage, you know. But anyway, no, they're not going to go the way you want them to go. And as the buses continue to run through, we still don't have Orange County. We still don't have Orange County Metro passes. And now I'm going to give you a new priority here of needs, and that is that we're now switching the needs priority. It's kind of a tough one. We still need the Orange County for one more month, only one more, and we're going to definitely leave the county and pray we can get those through any means possible. It looks like we're actually going to get bicycles. So we don't know if bike tools are coming with that. We don't know if bike tools, bike locks are coming with that. But we know one thing for certain we're going to need, and that's bicycle carts to carry smaller cart to carry cargo, not a huge one, not like gigantic, maybe medium sized. And I know that's quite an investment, but I'll bet you right now during Amazon Christmas shopping specials, which I don't care about Christmas, but I'm going to tell you they're going to probably have sweet deals during Christmas. And if you're able to get some, if you could drop $70 for bicycle carts to help carry cargo, then go on the bicycles we're going to receive, that would be helpful. Orange County passes would still be helpful. I showed you the bus. And $55 straight talk gold card phone plan that you can buy at Walmart will be $61 because of the FCC taxes would be helpful. And we have other needs. Like I said, if we get a bicycle and bicycle cart, and we or we get Orange County Metro passes for another month, or go to LA for the same kind of passes, we've pretty much got connections to food pantries and food and things like that. And we try to get the most nutritious, healthy food we possibly can that will nourish us. We don't like eating junk. They had a whole bunch of cookies in there tonight. We rejected the cookies because we have to stay fit. We can't afford to weigh ourselves down with junk. And a lot of what we carry around with us is like it does get into the 40s here in Orange County. In Los Angeles, it's warmer, but not much. We have our bedding and our tarps and our warm clothes so we can sleep at night and not have to be disrupted. That's a large part of what we carry. So, I mean, we do preach the gospel. We're not like official. We're not 501c3. You're not going to get a tax deduction giving to us. And if that's all you give for is a tax deduction, that's your reward, not in the kingdom on this earth. If anybody expects a tax return off of donations, if you expect it, you're violating the words of the gospel, which say, of Christ, which say, do not are blacking out on me. Okay, there's coming back. They're trying to black my camera out. But anyway, I take the words of Christ seriously. I take the gospel seriously. I take the end of the world seriously. I take the tribulation seriously. It's not going to be easy. And for a lot of you, you're way behind, and you don't have your lamps filled with oil. You think that you could sit in your house and keep drinking coffee. One day you might be just doing a live stream, and the world troops are going to break in your house and pull you out and shoot you in the head while you're running alive. And it's going to be a satanic ritual, or there's going to be some kind of, their ritual. You don't want to be a part of that. By that time, we have to all have run out to the wilderness if you're 144. If you're not 144, go ahead, stay in Babylon, die for the faith, get shot in your own house for not taking your shot, and get taken to Fort Riley, where you will get a nice warm bunk waiting for your head to be chopped off. That's what the Cherokee man in Oklahoma said in 2009. He says, get your shot or get a nice warm bed bunk in Fort Riley. Get on the bus. That's what's coming. And now we are 16, 17 years later, and we are in that day. That's why preaching the gospel counts. And you know what? If you don't have anything to give, just pray. And really, I'd rather you just go out and do this yourself if you don't even give a dime to me, because I'm not here to link you into the system. I'm here to help you escape it. I'm here to pray for you to escape the bondage of Babylon. Babylon, Babylon, while the world is passing away. By and by on that sweet goodbye. I'm older. I can handle dying a lot easier than you can. Not just dying. If I get the guillotine and I don't get to be one of the 60 in the apocalypse of Elijah, and if I die by the guillotine, I am pleased to do so for Yahusha. And if I do get to be burned at the stake in Jerusalem and be one of the 60 elders, hallelujah, glory that way. If I just get shot in the head because I don't take my shot, hallelujah, I'll take their shot in my head and I'm gone from here. When you get brought down to the lowest rung of society, which I am, although a PhD, I am brought down to the bottom rung of society. Hallelujah, glory to Abba Father. Praise Yahushua Messiah. Praise Yahusha. Hallelujah. You ain't got nothing left like me. All you can do is pray and fast and seek his face. Read his word. Meditate on the word you've already been given and been shown. Don't let anybody negate the word of prophecy that lies within you. For it came out of one sure word and testimony. 1 Peter 1, 2 Peter 1:21. So let us do not forget this. Okay. So again, the appeal. Yes, Orange County Metro passes are not the first priority anymore. Bicycle carts, cargo carts for 2 bicycles that we anticipate getting. If somehow we don't get them, we could still use them as a hand cart, so we don't have to carry everything on our backs. Either way, we don't lose. We're gonna run the Southern California circuit so much as Yahuwah wills, and let him take care of the rest. Look, I want to remind you that I am not at my best. And you will do what Abba Father will show you to do. I will not tell you what to do. I will make a request, and Abba Father will at least have you pray for me, and that would be enough, really. But anything added, like our request earlier in the video and now, are precious too. So anyway, that's and see, I got the other leg here. This leg's in great shape right here. It's like ready to go. This one is like lagging behind my hip. Hamstrings are going to probably pull if I'm not careful. But hey, I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you it's the truth. Paul was hobbled quite often. Although he can lay hands and heal and do miracles, he himself was hobbled. And I'm like, why you let me get hobbled, but I can stick my hands under somebody's eye several times and they see better? But look at me, my leg. Why, Abba? This don't make no sense. Abba ain't gonna make no sense to you if you got a carnal, foolish mind. Anyway, I'll end the stream and I'm gonna try to go find somewhere to sleep out here in the main streets. Try to get some shelter somehow. I ain't gonna go into these shelters because I know what they're turning into, and so does Dawid. So we both have the same needs. Please contact us at the email I'm gonna put in the comments. I'm going to put it in the chat first, and then hopefully in the comments I can remember to put that in later. So shalom, Isaac, Joseph, Benjamin, Bedouin. I'm tired. On Pacific time. Blessings to you and good night from Orange County, California.